So we're gonna talk about a tantrum, okay? It's kind of like a backflip. Here we go. Tantrum from the top. Tantrum is a little bit unorthodox as far as how you're gonna be going through the flip because it's not done by getting edge through the wake. Rather, it's more of what we call like a trip flip, where the wake trips the board out from underneath you. So the faster you go into the wake, the more your feet are gonna get knocked out from under, your feet are gonna get knocked out harder and quicker the faster you cut out of the wake is what I'm trying to say. So the farther you start out, the longer time you have to get set up and build up speed for when you get to the wake. When you get to the wake, I wanna see you do a couple things. The most important part is getting what I call lined up with the rope. So when you're cutting in, your body's kind of square to the rope, okay? When you get to the wake, you're gonna drop your back hand so that the rope extends all the way to your back shoulder, okay? If your shoulders don't line up with the rope, then you're gonna be flipping kind of in a funny direction. So that's why you wanna have both your feet line up with the wake at the same time, okay? So you do that, a couple different ways you can think about it. You're gonna cut at the wake, building up quite a bit of speed, drop your back hand and look where you just came from. Okay, that's gonna line you up. Also, when you start to flip, look straight back. Big mistake that people make, they start to turn 180 and do a tantrum to fakie, is because of where they look, and they start looking over their lead shoulder. So make sure you look straight back. Lastly, is you wanna make sure that you're letting go and squaring up as late as possible, but not too late. So that's kind of where a little bit of skill is gonna come in. If you let go too soon, you're gonna start to flip before you get to the wake and you're not gonna get very much height. If you do it too late, you're gonna continue cutting through the wake and you're gonna flip in a funny direction. So dropping your back hand at the very last moment and squaring up that board to the wake so that both of your heels hit the wake at the same time is really key on this, all right? Once you go around, seeing the landing is really important. The reason the tantrum is one of the easier tricks to get consistent is because you see the landing coming real soon. So you want to really think about starting to see that landing as soon as possible. If you think about it, if you were standing on the back of the boat and you jumped off onto the platform, it's not that big of a deal, right? But if you were to stand up here, close your eyes, and then try to jump off here, like 1 out of 10 times you might have a smooth jump off. Either you're going to collapse or land super stiff. That's why it's real important to start to see your landings. Okay, so you really want to start looking for that landing as soon as possible. The cool thing is you can see it very early. If I'm just standing here and I look up, I can already see past straight up if I'm just standing here. So if my feet were out, kind of flat, if I was lying down, I'd be able to almost see the water. So as soon as you come off the wake, you want to start looking for a landing. It's going to make it a lot more consistent when you start to get it. Cool? Let's give it a shot.